to our Small Business Tournament of Veteran Champions Hangout. I'm so excited to talk with Alpha Ecological Pest Control today. They're one of our 8 finalists selected from applications we received from small businesses across the country, and we're so excited to give everyone a chance to really get to know all of our small business finalists. At Hiring Our Heroes, we know the important role that large businesses play in helping solve veteran unemployment, but the often unsung heroes tackling this problem are the small businesses. So we wanted to team up with Spike to find a way to highlight these companies and search for the most veteran-friendly small business in America. So we're in the sort of home stretch of our competition. We've narrowed it down to 8, and now our finalists are up for public voting at VetChampsTourney.com. Today we're joined with Scott Sneer, the CEO of Alpha Ecological Pest Control. And I just want to go ahead and open it up to you. If you could tell us about your business.
Absolutely, Lindsay. We started in 1986. The founders were Jim and Linda Hargis. We set out basically at the beginning of the company to establish a niche in integrated pest management, which, to put that in layman's terms, that's just best practice. Limit the amount of chemicals and products used and employ more good science to accomplish the goal. We've been very successful at it and been a leader in the industry. It's even why we chose the name Alpha. It means first, and we try to set a pace to be the first in everything that we do. Since that time, we've expanded into other services. It's not just home services. We also do commercial services, air duct cleaning, and light construction as it pertains to crawl spaces or attics.
Excellent. Well, why has your business made a commitment to hire veterans?
Well, that's the easy question. For us, it's a legacy, it's a heritage. Both of my grandfathers served. One grandfather in the Army, the other was a career Navyman. My grandpa, Frank Jackson, served in World War II, Korea, and was there in Pearl Harbor when it was attacked. Both of my uncles served in the Marines. One of them even decorated Purple Hearts. My dad served in the Navy. Both of my brother-in-laws served in Iraq and Afghanistan in the Air Force. So it's a part of our family culture, our DNA, and who we are. And being a smaller family-owned and operated company, obviously those things, those key components that we've woven it right into our mission statement are just a part of what we do. And hiring veterans to us is just another way of honoring them. It's not the only way, but it's one way we can honor them. Excellent.
So what strategies have you used to retain veterans at Alpha?
Well, obviously I'm sitting here with you, so hiring our heroes has been a key component. I'd like to say thank you. It's helped us make even a greater success of our practices in that regard. As far as the recruitment level, obviously recruiting, as we know, involves some kind of marketing or communication strategy. It's multi-level for us. We do a lot of community events where we make sure that people know that we're into honoring veterans so that they see it. Even if the event's not specifically about hiring and we're not making announcements, sign up over here to be hired by Alpha, that we're communicating clearly to the public at large and to veterans everywhere. That we're keenly interested in honoring them. We have a large community event that we do called the Night of the Patriot, which is a free concert where we invite the community and any veterans out to come be involved. It's something we started 2 years ago. This year will be, it's going to be a lot bigger venue. We're really excited. We've got a lot of partners to help us, and it's just an intensity and momentum with it that we're really engaged with. And that really came out of when we started doing some weekend events, some executive level things for veterans, where we take them out on a hunting and fishing excursion with special guests like Gary Loomis, founder of G. Loomis, signing autographs, and just trying to take it completely over the top. In other words, anything that a company would do for an executive, we wanted to multiply by 2. To show that we went totally out of our way. The outdoor industry donated gift packs that were worth $1,000 a piece of everything under the sun. It was like the ultimate goodie bag, if you would. And it was a great event. It was unique. It was impactful. It touched a lot of my staff's life as much as it did veterans. That was the interesting part about it. But the rough part was in a recap meeting. We sat down and we met with the local organization that we work with, Clark County Veterans Assistance Center. And one of the guys quoted a stat that just in the state of Oregon and Washington alone, there's over 900,000 veterans. And that was a wake-up call for me, and that was why we started Night of the Patriots. So now that we have a venue to get the word out better, because it's got to be incorporated in everything. All of my staff are always communicating wherever we go. We communicate it with our clients. I just had a long-standing client this morning that sent me an email of a veteran looking for work that he was suggesting. So we're really doing it on every level that we possibly can.
It's really outstanding. So for veterans watching at home, why should they consider working for Alpha Pest Control?
Well, I like to think everybody should consider working for Alpha Ecological. First and foremost, we want to have an exciting environment for any employee. And so that alone, with a great incentive program, we have a lot of community involvement. Again, we involve everybody with the same lifestyle, brand to be a part of what we are. We have a fun environment around here. We like to enjoy ourselves when we work. Novel idea, huh? And so that's kind of the foundation, I'd say. But specific to veterans, what I think would be appealing to you if you're watching is that you're hearing right now that this is the DNA of Alpha. This is who we are. We are about honoring veterans. So you would know that you would be in a company where the core of our mission statement was to honor you. And outside of that, you could be involved in an organization where you could then take that same thing of honoring you and turn around and honor other veterans and be a part of some of the events and the fun things that we're doing to reach out into the community and make sure that no veteran is forgotten. That's our commitment, is that we will not forget what you've done.
Scott, we have amazing, or you're one of 8 amazing finalists in this competition. I just really need to know what sets you apart from the other finalists in this competition.
Are we being competitive about doing the right thing? Let's take it from this. I don't have any intimate understanding or knowledge of the other finalists other than some of the interviews that I've watched. And I want to take time out to tell all of you, any of you that have been in this competition or anybody watching that's doing this as a corporation or a life mission, I just want to say don't stop. And whatever you're doing, do it bigger and do more of it. We need to make sure that we stay the course. This isn't a fad. This is a way of life. And so stick with it. Great job. Along the lines of the competition, let me take it from this. If I was talking globally to anybody, I would tell you why I think Alpha's the best at this, and it's really clear is that as a leader, obviously my vision is to execute our mission statement, which involves honoring veterans, children's education, and conservation. And so I take it seriously, but the true success of any vision is whether or not the people around you accept and adopt that and really become ambassadors of it. And I have an amazing staff that's joined in this and said, hey, you know what? We are all about this. We're going to take on your vision. We're going to go after it. And we're going to see this thing through. They spend hundreds of hours of their own personal time dedicated to honoring veterans, things that we don't even do as company initiatives. In other words, they've taken what we've tried to implant and they've grown it beyond anything I would have anticipated. The other reason is, as I said before, I'm bringing in partners. We're not just writing checks arbitrarily. I mean, you have to touch humanity, in my opinion, to understand and feel and grasp it. You need to shake the hand of a veteran. I have a 50-foot rule that many people here have adopted at Alpha, and that is if you see anybody with a hat or shirt that shows somehow and clarifies that they're a veteran, or you see anybody active duty or even serviceman, police officer, firefighter, anything, that you stop what you're doing and you go out of your way to run them down, shake their hand, and say thank you for what you're doing, to honor them. There's a culture here at Alpha that is fully in motion like a big steamroller that just happens day in and day out. It happens just like the 100,000 stops a year we do for pest control services. It's just who we are. It goes on wherever we're at. And the key component, I think, that what I would say, and I encourage everybody to get involved in this, is that we speak up. We have a voice in the community. We're creating a network. We're crossing lines of industry. And we went into the outdoor industry in the last couple of years. We've raised hundreds of thousands of dollars for events. So it's not just about what we're doing, of volunteering or giving out of the proceeds of Alpha or anything like that. It's that we're creating a partnership and a network with organizations like Pheasants Forever to build a platform to make sure that no veteran is forgotten and being honored. For us, this is not about charity, because heroes don't need charity, they need honor. And that's our initiative, is that we're going to tell this story wherever we go. We go to trade shows that we don't even have any business being at, just to recruit more partners. And it's working. And so for us, outside of just what we do in our life here at Alpha, it's a far greater, bigger picture. And we recognize, too, as a small business, we can't do it alone. And so we see ourselves as the catalyst, or a catalyst, in ensuring that this happens.
That's great, Scott. And I think you said it all. That honor. Is there anything else that you want to leave everyone with before we wrap up today?
Well, I'm all about legacy and heritage. I think that there's something unique about passing something along. It doesn't have to be your family. I think it can be your company legacy. And for all the other contestants or anybody watching that has an opportunity, I implore you, if you would, to adopt a legacy of honoring our heroes. I was sharing this story recently. For me, this is core to the family and core to the business, that I get more people that are doing this. And probably one of the most impactful moments for me recently was I have 4 daughters, and there's a veteran in my hometown that we pass every day, and he's fallen on some hard times, and his wife is sick, and his son has some problems, and he's very ill. He's not doing well. And so my daughters have basically adopted him. Anywhere we go, we end up shopping for coats for him, and food and anything else that we possibly can. And to see them take that initiative is just really has been life-changing for me, because that's what we want to see. We want to see this thing pass forward. We want to see it keep going on. My 6-year-old the other day decided she wanted to give him all of her money, and so she rounded up all these little cups and rat holes of change and small bills that she had and put them in a baggie, and we went down as a family, and she was able to give it to him. And I teach my kids as well as anybody else, and I think it starts at home, really. It's where you have to first be a success, that they need to be the ones shaking the hands and saying thank you for serving. And there's nothing probably more life-changing for me than to see my 6-year-old shake one of our heroes' hands and say, here's a little something to help you out, but thank you for serving. And he teared up and he said, I appreciate the money and I do need it, but I could have lived off of just the comment alone, thank you for serving. And so I just encourage everybody, stay with it, whether you're an individual or corporation, small or large. Take the commitment with me, and this is my commitment, is I will not forget what they've done for us. I will not forget you as a veteran. I will not forget your service to this country.
Wow, Scott, thank you so much for sharing that with us. And I really enjoyed talking with you today. And thank you everyone else for joining with us at home or in your offices. Please remember to visit VetChampsTourney.com and cast your vote. We have our 8 finalists. We're rounding it down to 4. You can vote until May 17th. So go and visit VetChampsTourney.com today. Thanks, everyone.